Hello YouTube, this is Samantha Ritchie, live from Bangkok, Thailand. I've been here going on almost a full month. This is day 21 after SRS surgery, and looking forward in the next couple of days going back home to the States and arriving back to SeaTac Airport or Seattle, Washington area to get back to my home in Tacoma, Washington. So this time, by Thursday evening, I'll be probably eating dinner, one of the biggest dinners I probably have ever had in one of my favorite locations, and I'll be there Thursday evening. So those of you who hear this video and know me, you know exactly where I'll be Thursday evening. So a couple of them already do. So because this video will probably be over on Facebook as well. Everything's going fine here. The big question, of course, when you have surgery, how you doing? And I have to say that I'm healing up just fine. Everything's going okay, with the exception of I thought I had posted in the previous video I was going to actually have a catheter removed on last Thursday, and it turned out that he wanted to wait a full week before he actually removed that. That's to allow me to actually go to the bathroom that way. And so in the next couple hours I'll be going over to the clinic to have that removed, and of course I've been required to drink massive, well, not massive quantities, but quite a bit of water to make sure that there's a certain success once it's removed, that I can actually successfully relieve myself. So that has created a bit of anxiety with me, since I haven't been able to do that yet after 3 weeks of surgery, primarily because I haven't had much of a chance with this catheter. But hopefully everything turns out fine. I go there, I'm able to do this, and still have 2 days tomorrow. Hopefully one of the reasons I haven't been able to see Thailand or go out and do anything or even go on some of the many trips is because of this particular problem. And in fact, if you walk around, it just irritates things much more. So I've really been restricting myself to bed rest. And I'm not complaining, because I've been a workaholic before in the past, and really haven't taken much vacation time, even in a 4-year period. So just simply lounging around the bed all day long, and just getting dressed primarily to go down for breakfast to meet with the group, and then dinner, and then midday is just simply spent either on the internet or laying in bed and just resting. It's been really good for me, so can't complain. But I am looking forward to going home. So maybe tomorrow, if we get this out, and better get it out, because otherwise the last thing I want to do is take a trip back to the States with a problem like this. But supposedly I'm being positive, and that's not going to be a problem. And then tomorrow be able to actually have my one last day to go out and maybe walk around town a little bit one more time like I did before I had the surgery, and then kind of enjoy myself then. So anyway, let's see, how much time have I used? About three minutes. Okay. Facebook says I can go up to 15 minutes, but I have yet done that. It's always been on about 9 minutes. There's always the first time, but I feel that if I talk longer than 9 minutes, I'm going to be rambling, so, I don't want to do that. But pain level's been quite manageable. I have, I do take a minimal amount of painkillers. A lot of that, of course, is due to swelling after surgery, and a lot of that's gone away. There's a particular product of my company that I've taken as an anti-inflammatory, so I'm going to be taking that. That's actually used by a surgeon local to Tacoma that has been successful in knee surgery. And of course, this kind of falls in a little bit different, but my biggest concern is healing up as quickly as possible, and being able to actually not consciously, feel pain or anything like that, and kind of move on, and hopefully, everything's just fine when I get back. But yeah, to take a trip tomorrow, and then Wednesday we're flying out to late Wednesday evening to Bangkok. We're leaving from Bangkok and then flying through Korea again. The only problem is it's a 5.5-hour flight to Seoul. our Incheon airport, and we're going to be there 11 hours, so it's 11-hour layover. And then once we finally board the plane that goes to Seattle, then that's another 11 hours there, the flight. So we're actually arriving back in Seattle approximately noontime on Thursday the 29th. So we get there and of course get settled in back home, and kind of probably take a couple of days to get back into the rut or the routine again after being here this long. But we'll say it's been interesting here. I think the most notable thing, aside from just having the surgery, of course, is meeting all the wonderful people from all over the world that have come here for similar like surgeries, or for something a little bit different, possibly like the facial feminization surgery too that they do here. And it's just interesting to get different people's perspectives on this, but also the perspective of how life is in other countries. It's primarily like Australia and some from Great Britain and the Netherlands, and I've mentioned different countries where, and even with some from Mexico and Peru that I've mentioned before. But it's on, and we'll maintain contact with those folks because we've exchanged Facebook account. They're friends on Facebook now, so. And just staying in contact with everyone, just see how they're doing in the future. I may even come back to Thailand, but under different, certainly not under the circumstances I came here this time, but we'll definitely, if I do, I'll probably stay in Bangkok area and kind of visit the area a little bit. And I may possibly come out and assist somebody else who may have a similar type of surgery as myself, but got a lot of friends when I get back to Washington State and want to be hanging out with, and seeing that you're anxious probably to talk to me about how things are going. And looking forward to that, and just getting back into a work routine too. Even though I have been able, thank God for the internet and Skype, I've been able to stay in contact with people at work, and kind of keep kind of keep one spoon in the pot basically for in the kitchen with work and everything, and throwing my input every so often, but definitely on the downside. But I like to be more engaged all the time. I'm one of those people that actually like my job, so and of course working with Market America to help with what I do it's always been a fun thing for me, and I know they appreciate it, and I appreciate working for them. So it's been a wonderful experience being with the company for 18 years and seeing the phenomenal growth that has happened with them, and having been a part of it all that time. So can't complain there. But anyway, I just thought I'd give an update basically that we're coming to the conclusion of our trip here and the experience in Thailand. I am, I thought I was going to be more motivated to continue to write the book that was mentioned. I was an autobiography of things. I was going to keep notes while I was here, but my motivation level, and so it just, I've experienced some emotional downs while I was here, and I think that was expected. Because that was some of the things I mentioned. Certain type, it's almost like postpartum depression for women that have children, but there's a similar type of depression that can happen. And for me, it was just resulted in lack of motivation. My friend Patricia has kept some notes about what we've done on a daily basis. So when I get back, I'm going to get back in the writing mode again, so I can continue to write about the story, and things that happen here, but also throughout my life, and the different things that kind of make interesting reading. And of course, having the surgery was definitely kind of like the conclusion of that, and possibly some other things are going to happen in my life in the next 2 or 3 months, and try to keep things interesting. So anyway, that being said, I probably will post again, I don't know before I leave or right before I leave, but certainly after I get back to Washington State. If anything happens, of course, that's going to prevent me from growing, that's something to do with what's happening today, the clinic, then I'm certainly going to post a video about my delay getting back to the States. But I really doubt that will be the case. So anyway, everyone take care, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody back home. And we'll be posting another blog probably after I get back, after a couple of days, get settled in, and just I don't know, usually people, this blog's been centered on the whole transgender experience. I notice a lot of people kind of lopped off on that after they've gone through transition. I still plan to go through a few other things that have to do probably facially a little bit. Not that I don't pass as female or anything like that. That's not an issue. My voice, I might work on that. I'm being lazy right now, and certainly in public, I'm a little bit more feminine sounding. But I everybody wants to look their best, and everybody deserves to look the way they want to look, and I'm no different. I may, being older, I talked about possibly a facelift, and about the, of course, rhinoplasty to kind of correct certain things on my nose that just bothered me. It doesn't seem to be apparent to anybody else, but it's just treating myself to looking my best. But anyway, everyone to have a good day, and we will talk at you all later. And I hope things, like I said, hope things work out for the best for me here, and looking forward to getting back home. But anyway, you all take care. Bye.